Hey, hey, hey. Hey, beautiful people. What's going on? It's your girl, Linda S. Hustle, the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach. I'm excited to be here tonight. Let me give me some water. I'm excited to be here tonight, y'all. And I'm really excited to be here tonight because I am using the StreamYard platform because why am I using the StreamYard platform? I am using the StreamYard platform because I am able to go live on multiple platforms. I'm going live in my Facebook group, Bodacious Black Woman Over 50, in my Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass group, on my YouTube page, my personal Facebook profile, as well as my business Facebook page. I am excited. You can't tell me nothing. Listen, our sister turned 60 June 5th, and we got to get with technology, y'all, just because we moving up the ladder of life. So if you have not granted StreamYard permission, I will not see your comments. But listen, we're going to get into it. I want to invite y'all. Let's just get into it, to my after party. I just finished with a masterclass. And the masterclass was called Ignite Your Life Masterclass. It was a 5-day masterclass, and it was curated for the Black woman who is over 50. You're over 50 and you are starting to evaluate some things, right? Maybe the kids are grown, maybe they're not grown, but they're big enough where they don't need you as much. And you start to think about what is next for you. What is your next chapter, right? And we don't always know what that looks like. We don't always know what that is, but we feel like there is something missing in your life. And sometimes what's missing is the guts and the courage and the commitment to the commitment. Now you find yourself at a certain space in a certain place, and you're starting to ask yourself, is this it? Is this all there is to my life? And I'm here to tell you that absolutely not. It is not all that there is to your life. It is not all there is to your life. And so I want to invite you. I am having my Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass after party tomorrow. It is on Zoom, right? It is on Zoom. Now, there's some of you who are looking at this and you're already in my Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass Facebook group. So in that group, there is the Zoom link for you already there. If you're in my Bodacious Black Woman After 50 Facebook group, there is the Zoom link as well. But this broadcast is for everybody. And I was thinking that I would only have the people that participated in the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass be able to come to the after party. But then I thought about it and I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. So if you feel like you want to be a part of this, and let me talk to you a little bit about who I am, because I can't assume that all of you know who I am. I am Linda S. Husser, also known as the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach for Black women over 50. And I teach Black women over 50 how to get unstuck, how to unleash your inner badass and unlock your full potential so that you can reinvent yourself. Listen, if you are a woman of a certain age and at a certain stage of your life, you've been doing things more than likely the same way for quite some time now. And it is time for a reinvention. It is time for you to regret-proof your life. If you have made it this far, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, and you are a woman of a certain age, and you're at a certain stage in your life, now you got to start asking yourself some questions. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really want? During the masterclass, I had the ladies go through every day. We had a different prompt. We had a different action step that we should take, because one of the things that I'm realizing now that I'm a woman of a certain age, right? I just turned 60 June 5th, but I am the new 60. Y'all are looking at the new 60. We are aging with excellence these days, right? We are aging with excellence. We're not aging with sadness. We're not aging with bitterness. We're not aging with despair, right? We're not aging depressed. That's not what we're doing. We're aging with excellence. And if y'all can feel what I'm talking about, if you feel like you are aging with excellence, if you are the new, however age you are, if you are representing your age to the fullest, I want you to put representing to the fullest in the comments, right? So let's get back to my invitation to you to come to the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass After Party. Listen, this is called Cocktails and Courageous Conversations. I want you to bring your favorite cocktail, right? I want you to really think about your cocktail because I got something special for the person who shows up with the most creative cocktail. I've got something for you because, or you can have a mocktail. If you don't do the alcohol, that's cool. They've got some fabulous mocktails out there. Do y'all know anything about mocktails? I didn't know anything about it, but I mean, I had this watermelon spritzer the other day that was absolutely really, really tasty. So you do not have to have like real alcohol in order to have a drink, so to speak. So what do we do during the masterclass, and why should you come to the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass After Party? You should come if you are a woman of a certain age and a certain stage of your life, and you know that there's a next chapter for you, and you aren't really clear on what that next chapter is. I want you to come if you know that there's more to life for you, but you don't know what more is. I want you to come if there is a gap between where you are and where you want to be, and you are ready and willing to fill in that gap. I want you to come if you understand fully, you know, when people say she understood the assignment, I want you to come if you are not really clear on what your assignment is. You know that there's more to life than what you've been living. You understand that there's more years behind you than in front of you. And what are you going to do with the rest of the years that you have left? With that in mind, this after party is going to be a way for you to get some clarity, right? Some clarity on where you are and exactly where you want to be, because it is really something else. Excuse me. To become a woman of a certain age, right? And I'm not here to call anybody out, but to be a woman of a certain age and you're still not clear on why you're here. Mark Twain said the two most important times in our lives are the days we were born and the day we find out why, y'all. Ooh, to find out why you are here. Like I understand and I know without a doubt that my purpose is to walk with Black women over 50, go on a journey with them so that they can rediscover who they are, reclaim their flame, reclaim their power, tap fully into their gifts and talents, no longer be afraid to march through their own drumbeat and blaze their own trail, to create a plan of action. Because y'all, we have become addicted to goal setting, but we've got to become addicted to goal getting. We've got to become addicted to goal getting. And whether you want to admit it or not, a lot of us, we get excited about just writing down stuff on sticky notes, writing goals, doing all that. But my question to you is, are you goal setting or are you goal getting? So during this after party, we're going to have some courageous conversations. We're going to talk about some real challenges, some real issues that are facing you at this stage in your life. Like, are you still actively dreaming? When was the last time you really thought about how it is you want to live the rest of your life? Whether you believe that there's more years behind you than in front of you or not, what is your bodacious life blueprint moving forward? If you were to say, you know what, Linda, it is me season now. What does that really mean? What does that really look like? What dreams have you put on the back burner? I want you to think about the dreams that you have put on the back burner. And if you go back and get them and dust them off and polish them up, which part of that dream could you resuscitate? Because a lot of you have pulled the plug on your dreams. And I'm here to tell you that you can breathe life back into your dream. So the 4 things that you need to do in order to effectively change your life, I'm going to give you 4 tips. And we're going to do more of a deep dive into this at the after party. But I just want you to get a taste of what is in store for you. The first thing you need to do if you want to change your life is you got to get serious. A lot of you are just out there talking about it, but you are absolutely and positively not being about it, right? And what do I mean by that? Get serious. Like, for instance, I want to release 30 pounds, not lose, because if I use the word release, then I'm just getting rid of it. I am doing a deep study, a deep dive into number 1, how do I release the weight? Number two, how do I keep it off? Number three, how did I get to be the weight that I am that I'm not satisfied with? And actually doing a deep dive. It's not enough to go on a diet. It's not enough to do any of these things. You got to know, how did you get to be where you are? How did you get to be overweight? How did you get to fall out of alignment with your dreams? How did you get to a point where you accepted the unacceptable and you're starting to tolerate the intolerable? How is it that your life is settled when you had all these hopes and dreams and wishes? Like, you have to dissect that, but you first have to get serious, right? That's the step one, get serious. The second thing you got to do is get smart. Do some research. Ask for some answers. A lot of times we stay stuck because we don't do the research. We don't want to get unstuck bad enough. We don't want to invest in our reinvention. If we can't just Google it, if we can't just find it on YouTube, if we can't get it for free, let me just put it out there. A lot of times we don't want to do it. And I'm saying, get smart about your transformation. Make it as easy as possible for you to create the life that you desire and deserve. So we're going to do deep dives into this. I'm just giving you a taste of what's going to be happening at the after party, because the after party was designed for the people who had taken my 5-day Ignite Your Life Masterclass. And so I was going to leave it just to them. But I said, no, I'm going to open it up, because not everybody knew I had a masterclass, right? And so if you are around tomorrow, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be on Zoom. If you look at that tape that's going along down at the bottom, it says send email to inquire@lindashesser.com, and I will send you the Zoom link. Just put Zoom link in the subject and I will send you the Zoom link. All right. Now, the third thing is you got to get excited. A lot of you are not having the change you want in your life, the transformation you want in your life, the forming new habits that you want in your life, the clarity that you want in your life, the mindset shifts that you want in your life, because you're not excited about the change. You got to get excited about transforming. You can't, it's almost like I got a personal trainer, right? Who is basically a health coach, because I knew at some point in your life, you just have to get real with yourself, right? And I realized that I couldn't do this alone. I would get on YouTube. I would look at people on YouTube who would tell you how to meal plan, how to exercise, people over 50, people who could talk to you about menopause and hormone shifts. And the reason why you're not releasing weight is because of the hormones, all this kind of stuff. And then I realized that even though I had the information, the implementation was what was holding me back. So some of you have incredible information. You've got books up the yin yang, just like I've got all these books back here, right? But information without implementation, y'all, is frustration. So if you would like to come to the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass After Party, where we're going to have some courageous conversations about where you are, where you want to be, why you're stuck, why do you feel that you can't seem to move forward? Or for some of you, you're constantly in motion, but nothing's happening, right? So movement doesn't necessarily mean momentum. There's a difference between movement and momentum. And so if the momentum is missing out of your life, but you're one of those busy, energizer rabbits, and you're like, but I'm not making any progress, this is the after party for you. So again, the email to send, put Zoom link in the subject. Email me at inquire@lindashesser.com. It's going along on the bottom there of the screen, because that's how I can send you the Zoom link. So the first thing you want to do is get serious when it comes to change. The second thing you want to do is get smart. Do the research. Like, you are where you are right now because you don't necessarily know how to either move forward. You don't have the courage to move forward. You don't have the guts to move forward, right? The confidence to move forward. Whatever it is that's got you stuck, you've got to really come to grips with whatever that is, where you are to where you want to be. There is a gap there. And until you fill that gap, I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many YouTube videos you look at. It is not going to happen. So you got to get serious. You got to get smart, do the research. You've got to get excited about the change. You can't change humdrum and dry. You cannot change humdrum and dry. You've got to be excited. You've got to be motivated. You've got to be giving yourself high five. You got to be giving yourself claps. You got to become your own cheerleader, your own hype person, all of that. And the last step in the 4-step process to change your life. Now, it's sounding real simple, right? You probably think, well, gosh, Linda, I got to get serious. I got to get smart. I got to get excited. And the last one is you got to get going. You got to get going. So many of you are just stuck in your head. You've got it all written down. You've got, all kind of sticky notes and stuff, right? All kind of things that you wrote down, all kind of books, and you're filling up all this kind of stuff, right? And you can open it up and you got stuff written down, but nothing's happening. And that is because it's easy to know that step 1 is get serious. Step 2 is get smart. Step 3 is get excited. Step 4 is get going. But you're not doing it. So what happens is when that starts to happen, right? Then you start to lose momentum. You start to lose momentum. You start to wonder if this is really for you. You start to wonder if this is really for you. And I'm here to tell you that it is for you. Strength for the journey. Hey, lady, it is for you. But you have to open up your mind. And if you are really ready, you're willing, and you're able to first raise your hand and say, I need support. Like, I got some stuff that I really want to do, Linda. And for some reason, I just can't seem to get out of my own way. I've got the goals. I've got it written down, 11 million ways. And I keep going back to the beginning. I keep going back to one. I keep starting over and over and over. And I'm just really sick and tired of it. So again, I'm having the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass after party. It's going to be on Zoom. It is going to be you, me, and a group of other like-minded Black women on a mission to really understand, get some clarity on what is keeping you from making the moves that you really need to make in order to create the life that you desire and deserve. Like, what is keeping you from making the moves that you know deep down inside you need to make? I want you to untap that power and dream with the lid off. Like, who said at this stage of our lives that we have to downshift? Who said that we can't dream big? Who said that our dreams have to be pint size? No. If you are alive, you can still thrive. If you are listening to the sound of my voice, that means you're still breathing. And I personally feel as long as you're breathing, you can be achieving. So whether you think you have the power or not, you still have the power. You haven't unleashed the power, maybe. You haven't uncovered your power, maybe. But you came here fully loaded. Like, we came here with all our gifts and talents, whether you use them or not. You still have them. Like, if we were cars, we would be Lamborghinis and Maseratis and Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Phantoms and Porsches and all that stuff. And yet sometimes we find ourselves acting like we're Kias and Ford Escorts. And y'all remember the old Pinto and the Rambler and the Datsuns? That's not who we are. And sometimes life just beats us up and we look up one day and it's like all the dreams and all the hopes and all the wishes have just disappeared. I say go back and get them though. You can still go back and get them, but you got to tap fully into your gifts and talents. You got to tap fully into your gifts and talents and get clarity and ask yourself, here is where I am. Here is where I want to be. There is this gap. And I need to learn how to fill it. That's all that's really missing is there's a gap and you have not filled that gap. So I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel like, well, Linda, I'm at a certain stage and age now. Do you really think it's possible? Absolutely. I just saw, if any of you get sisters from AARP, right? And that's their offshoot, which goes to show you how powerful the Black woman is, y'all. Because AARP has the brand called Sisters of AARP. So it's all the stuff related to the bodacious Black woman over 50. There is a sister there, and I encourage you to go read this. She's 73 years old, y'all. And she, late at life, decided, she's always been very fashionable, that she wanted to be a model. And so even though initially or traditionally the oldest models seem to tap out at 35, she decided that wasn't going to be her story. So now she is modeling at 73. I share that with you because we've been programmed. Society has programmed us to believe that at a certain age and at a certain stage of your life, you're supposed to downshift. That is a lie. You can upshift. You can do whatever that is you want to do if you have faith in yourself, if you believe in yourself, if you trust yourself, and if you're willing to bet on yourself. Those four things have to be there, right? Bet on yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and have faith in yourself. You got to have faith, you got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to bet on you. And we're at a stage now, ladies, where it should be very evident to you that we live in a society that does not celebrate the aging. It doesn't celebrate the mature woman. They tolerate us. They make billions of dollars off us, but they don't respect us. And how do they make the money? With the Juvederm, with the Botox, with the facelifts, with the hand lifts. They're doing hands now, y'all. I don't know how they're doing it. I guess they're pulling the skin back or whatever, because you know how no matter how fly somebody is, if you look at those hands, you can kind of be like, okay, boo-boo. But those hands are telling a different story. So they're doing hands. Of course, they're doing necks and all that different stuff. They're making billions off of us with hair colors and supplements and tonics and potions and lotions. But they're still not celebrating us. They are pimping us, so to speak, but they're still not celebrating us, the powers that be. So I say all of this to say that when I have my master classes, it's to empower, uplift, inspire, motivate, encourage my sisters over 50, because that's who I serve as a bodacious lifestyle coach, to remind you that there's still some good stuff left in you, that there's still a lot of juice that you can squeeze out of life, that if it's to be, it's up to you, and it can still happen for you. Even now, I care less about how old you are as much as I care about how's your mind. Are you priming your mind for success? Are you minding your mind? So during the Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass After Party, we're going to debrief, right? There are going to be some ladies who did attend, but again, I'm opening it up to anyone who wants to attend. All I'm asking is that you send me an email. You see the email going across the bottom of the screen to inquire@lindashustler.com. In the subject, just put Zoom link. I already know that's for the after party. The after party is going down tomorrow at 8. So get your emails in, right? Zoom link in the subject line so that you can participate. Because here's the thing. If you don't change, nothing changes. If you continue to buy into this whole sense, this feeling of wherever you find yourself now, that's where you have to stay. Like you can't grow anymore. You can't spread your wings. Like I'm 60. How dare society try to tell me that because I'm 60, what I'm doing now is all I want to do, all I can do. No, I want to have conventions and workshops and retreats. The Bodacious Black Woman brand, I want to be not only nationwide, but worldwide. I've got books and journals and t-shirts and mugs, and I need to go down to the Capitol and speak for mature women right? Mature Black women, because who is speaking for us? I know they got Medicare and Part D and all this stuff, but who is really speaking for us? Who's standing in the gap for us, for you, and for me? And so when I look at what's really going on in the world as an aging Black woman, it has to change, y'all. We are not to be swept away. We still are valuable, valid, vibrant, and vivacious. Over 50 does not mean life is over. Midlife doesn't have to be tragic. I personally think midlife should be magic. But if we buy into this thought process that now that we're of a certain age and at a certain stage of our lives, we have to start to downshift. We start to have to accept that this is it for us, then we're doomed. And I say, if you know without a doubt that you may not be where you want to be, but there's still that woman inside of you that says, man, if I just had someone to show me how to get out of my own way, I would be down for that. Then this after party again is for you. And I encourage you to send me an email. Inquire@lindashustle.com. It's going across the bottom of the screen. And this is for people who are not in my Facebook group. So you would know, if you're in my Facebook group, you do have the link. The link is in the event section. If you were in the masterclass, the link is in the Facebook group for Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass. But if you're not in any of those groups, then the only way you can get the information to attend this masterclass, which is going to be transformative, I'm telling you, this after party, bring your favorite cocktail or mocktail, is going to be a game changer. Then send me an email to inquire, just like it says there on the screen, at lindashustle.com, and in the subject, just put Zoom link, and I will send you the Zoom link for tomorrow. So that's where it is, y'all. And I just want to encourage you, even if you don't come to the after party, I want you to answer these 3 questions for yourself. If you find yourself in a rut, if you find yourself feeling frustrated and unfulfilled, right? That feeling that there's just something missing in your life, right? I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. What do you want? As I coach my clients, I am amazed by the amount of people who truly do not know what they want. We have been conditioned and programmed by our parents, by society, to do things and become things based on status, based on money. But I want you to really, at this stage of your life, really get some clarity about, what do you want? What do you want? Not what your mama wants for you, not what your daddy wants for you, not what society says is the prestigious job or the prestigious profession, but what do you want? You know, at some point in our lives, we've got to get with the fact that there are probably more years behind us than in front of us. So it's crunch time. It's prime time. Like, you're in your prime right now. And so what is it that you truly want? And I don't want you to get caught up in, but how am I going to get it, Linda? I just want you to just really think about, what is it that you want? The second thing I want you to do is ask yourself, why do you want it? Why do you want it? I can tell you that I want to be a household name. I want to be famous. Let's be clear. I want to be famous, y'all. I want my name up in lights. Not for fame's sake, but because the more people who know what I do, the more resources I can attract, the more sponsors I can attract, the more Black women over 50 I can help and support. That's why that's what fame would do for me. That's what I want. Why do I want it? Why do I want to be famous? Because I can serve more women. Because I can serve more women. Because I believe we were put here to serve one another, to be of service, for you to take your gifts and talents and make someone else's life better, and them to use their gifts and talents and make your life better, if we all were able to tap fully, well, we're all able, but if we were all willing, that's the word of the day, to tap fully into our gifts and talents, what a beautiful place, what a beautiful world this would be. So that's why. What do I want? I want to be famous. Why do I want to be famous? So I can serve more Black women over 50. So I can set up workshops and seminars and conventions. So Black women over 50 can come together and be reinvigorated, reignited, recharged, reset, right? Reinvented. So that you can go out there and realize, well, yeah, I do have a little bit of age on me, but I still got some juice left. I still can do the doggone thing. Yes, you can. And teach you how to do that. What does that look like? How do you tap into your power, right? How do you gain the clarity that you need to go from where you are to where you want to be? How do you mind your mind so that when those negative thoughts, because they will come up, they still come up with me. When they come up, how do you crush them? How do you stop them? How do you stop being afraid of them? How do you stand there and say, I am not too old, and it is not too late for me. How do you do that, right? How do you crush limiting beliefs? How do you do that? Because they will come up. It's easy to feel ageism. It's easy to feel like, oh, I don't know. I see all these young people in here. And it's easy to kind of shrink and be like, oh man, well, maybe I'm not at the right place because I don't see anybody that looks my age in here. Why do we automatically do that? Why couldn't it be like, I bet you they could use some wisdom up in here. I'm looking at all these young people. Why can't we just think of it that way? So again, this live is all about promoting my Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass after party, where I want you to join us. I want you to bring your favorite cocktail or mocktail because we're going to have I want it to be fun and light. And let's talk about some of the challenges, some of the issues that you may be going through as a seasoned sister of a certain age, right? There's no shame in aging. There is no shame in aging. You can still dream with the lid off. I don't want you to look at age as a liability, but look at it as an asset because it is. You've been through some things. You've overcome some obstacles. Maybe you went through the fire, got burnt, but I mean, after you sat back and they put the gauze on you and they peeled it off, you still somebody. Age should not be a limiting factor. Age is a privilege. Not everybody gets to age. And then you put aging with excellence on top of it. Girl, please, you cannot be denied. Okay? So please join us. Again, the email is right there. Inquire at lindashustler.com. Just send me in the subject Zoom link, and I will send you the Zoom link because I don't think you can put links right here. I don't know if you can, but them Zoom links are kind of big anyway, right? So you have to create new labels for yourself, right? Rewrite your story. Create a bodacious life blueprint because aging is not a pre-existing condition. And a lot of times, y'all, we look at aging, whether you want to keep it real right now or not, as a disease, something to be ashamed of. It is not a pre-existing condition. If you're going to age anyway, why not age joyfully and happily? Because that's going to really suck. If you're one of those people who really are mad about the fact that you're getting older and sad about the fact that you're getting older, because you're just going to be getting madder and sadder. Hey, Miss Jazzy, what's going on? You're just going to get madder and sadder. So that's why I decided to open up the after party to everybody, because we could all use some encouragement, because we've all fallen short of where we thought we would be at a certain age. Now, there are going to be some who are like, no, girl, I checked off all the boxes. I crushed everything. But that's a small minority. And I don't want you to feel a certain kind of way because maybe you didn't check off all the boxes. I don't want you to feel a certain way because maybe you're not quite where you thought you'd be in your life right now. Because you still have the opportunity to step up to the plate of life and hit a home run. I don't ever want you to feel like because you're at a certain age and a certain stage of your life that you can no longer flap your wings and fly. As long as you got wings, you can fly. It's all about minding your mind, tapping into your power, your gifts and talents, setting clear boundaries, learning the power of no and saying it often with a smile, getting out of your own way, not allowing people to punk you out of your purpose. You've given so much to everybody else, y'all. It is time to give to you. It is you season. No, Issa Rae said, it's you year. It's you year. It's selfish season. Like, don't even let people try to convince you that it's not your time. It is your time. Like, what was the lady's name? Auntie Maxine. She said, reclaiming my time. You have to reclaim your flame. You have to reclaim your time. You have to reclaim your gifts and talents. You have to reclaim your why. Some of you have lost track of your why, because life was lifing and you just really forgotten who you are. Reclaim yourself. You deserve all the things that you want. And manifestation is cool. Affirmations are cool. Law of attraction is cool. But y'all, all of that stuff without the guts and the courage and the confidence and the esteem is not going to happen, which is why so many of you find yourself frustrated because you're realizing as you get older that things aren't lining up, things are out of alignment. And so my question to you is, are you going to just allow life to keep lifing and you continue to keep accepting the unacceptable and keep tolerating the intolerable? Or at some point, do you take a stand for yourself? You take a stand for your dreams. You take a stand for what it is that you want, even if you have no idea, y'all, how to go about it. Just take a stand. Just take a stand. Just say, I am taking a stand today. I have no idea where this stand is going to take me, but today I'm taking a stand. You've got to get used to saying empowering things. Even when that thing in your head is like, girl, you might as well sit down. Taking a stand for what? Why are you taking a stand, Linda? Regardless of what your mind is telling you, you just take a stand anyway. Take a stand confused. Take a stand uncertain. Take a stand unsure. Take a stand afraid. All of that. Just take the stand. Just be willing to take a stand. The magic word of the day is willing. You have to be willing. And once you say to yourself, I am willing to change, I am willing to take a stand, I am willing to walk in a new direction, I am willing to speak up for myself, just be willing. And then, the expert or the answer is out there, but you have to be willing. I believe that most people just aren't willing. And when you're not willing, there can be no change. You first have to be willing to change in order to change. So with that, this has been phenomenal. I decided to be willing, y'all, to try something different. Hey, Virginia, I decided to try something different. I am going live on 5 different platforms with a platform called StreamYard because I don't want to be left behind. I know a lot of us as we age, yes, y'all, I'm hot. This is y'all like my fan, my African fan. As we age, a lot of us, we're not keeping up with technology. I had to be willing to keep up with technology. So right now, people are listening to this on YouTube, my YouTube channel, on my Facebook group, Audacious Black Women Over 50, on my Masterclass Facebook group, Ignite Your Life After 50, on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, Linda Susan Husser, and my business page. And you know what? I could have been going live on Instagram. See, even when you're doing this stuff, I like that fan. Thank you, girl. You know, I'm gonna be fly till I die. So if I got the fan, I'm a fan fabulously. You feel that? I'm a fan fabulously. All right. So that's all I wanted to share with y'all. Really. I just feel like, girl, that fan is not fanning. I need some tissue or something. Whew. See, I be on here telling the truth. And shaming the devil. But sometimes you just got to break out the paper towel, honey. But anywho, as I was saying, y'all, I don't fault you for not having the answer. I don't fault you for not being sure of what's next. I don't fault you for not doing all you can and live the life that you desire and deserve. But what I don't want you to do is get stuck in this sense of this is it for me. Like I have to stay dissatisfied, or I have to stay frustrated, or I have to stay confused and uncertain and unsure. You don't have to do anything but stay black and die. Y'all heard that, right? That's the only thing you have to do is stay black and die. Other than that, the sky's the limit. And that's really a beautiful thing when you think about it, because that means that there's always hope. There's always another chance to slap the start over button. And that to me is awesome. So in closing, y'all, I'm inviting you to the Ignite Your Life Masterclass after party, cocktails and courageous conversations, y'all. Just if you're not in my Facebook group, so this is not for the Facebook group people, because there's a link in the event section. If you're either in my Ignite Your Life After 50 Facebook group or the Facebook group that I created specifically for the masterclass that is now over, the links are there. But if you are on YouTube, or you are on my business page, or you are on my personal profile page, y'all, I think I'm all that in a bag of chips, y'all. Did y'all hear what I just said? 5 platforms, okay? You can't tell me nothing, y'all. And don't let them put TikTok on the StreamYard, and I think Instagram's on there. I just didn't hook that up yet. But y'all can't tell me nothing. And see, this is what I'm talking about. We have to keep growing, because if you're not growing, you're dying, right? I feel good. See, I encourage myself every day because I'm always growing, reading something like this StreamYard. Y'all ain't seen nothing. I'm about to pimp it all the way out. It's going to have Audacious Black Woman on the sides, and I'm going to get it where the music come on in the beginning. I'm going to really do this thing, but I had to start somewhere, and that's what I want to say to y'all. Start somewhere. Stop waiting to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Start somewhere. Do it raggedy. Just do it. The 4 things I said to change. You got to get serious. You got to get smart, meaning you got to do the work, do the research. See what's out there. Fill in the gaps in your life. Then you got to get excited. You have to be excited. I know change is hard. I know change is scary, but you got to still be excited about it anyway. You got to be excited and scared at the same time. And then you got to get going. Because all this information without implementation, y'all, is frustration. Sheila, technology is definitely a challenge for you, but you've made up your mind that you're going to learn. You have to learn. You have to learn. Being stagnant is not living. You're learning or you're dying. You're growing or you're dying. You're stagnant or you're soaring. Stop accepting this gray area of your life. It is not living. Are you breathing? Yes. But it is not living, it's existing. And too many of us have gotten very comfortable with existing. And I don't even know if that's comfortable. Like, how are you comfortable not going for what you know? Is it really comfort knowing that there's more to your life? Is that really comfortable? I want you to think about that. Are you really comfortable knowing that you haven't tapped fully into your gifts and talents? Is that comfort, or is that accepting the unacceptable and tolerating the intolerable? But is it comfortable knowing that you still have an opportunity to become the person you know you were born to be, but yet you're not doing that? Is that comfortable, or is it familiar? Because we got to get these terms together, because these terms are bamboozling us. There ain't no such thing as the comfort zone. There is the familiar zone, right? I call it the dead zone, because nothing grows over there. Nothing grows in the familiar zone. You've been doing the same thing for the last 20, 30 years in the familiar zone. I'm stepping my game up. I am stepping my game up. I realized, girl, there's ways you can be on all these. I was running myself raggedy, trying to do YouTube, trying to do Instagram, trying to do my Facebook page, Facebook group, the Facebook profile. They got stuff out here that lets you maximize this thing. But I had to get smart. I had to get serious about my business. I said I need to reach more people. And so there's tools and techniques and tips out there on how to do that. So I had to get smart, get serious about the business of my business, get serious, research what's out there. How can I not run myself ragged? I can't be on everything all the time. Get excited. I'm excited about this platform, y'all. I mean, I could do a talk show from this platform and have guests come on, which I am going to be doing. And then I had to get going. I had to stop saying one day I'm going to figure out this platform that's going to let me go live on all these. And here I am, y'all, doing it. Here I am. So I just broke down just like that how this works. Now, Adwa said, very proactive, truthful, and motivating conversations. The shifting of life is so important, and hold many gifts to yourself and others. Love your post. Yes, thank you so much. But my thing is, I want you to take action. I want you to be motivated. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be all of that. But I want you to be motivated, inspired, and empowered to take action. Because a lot of us are motivated and empowered and inspired, real talk. But are you taking action? Because that's where transformation is. Transformation is in the action, not the thinking. And a lot of people are thinking, but they're not taking action. A lot of people are talking, but you're not taking action. And so that is where you need to be. So again, inquire at lindashustle.com is going across the screen. Y'all, you can't tell me nothing. You see how my stuff is going across the screen? I love it. I love it. And today I went on there about 15 minutes before I went live tonight. I went on StreamYard, and you have to give StreamYard permission. If y'all are commenting and I'm not saying anything, because you have to give StreamYard permission for me to actually see the comments. So y'all, this is just step one. I went on there 15 minutes before I went live. And why am I saying this? Because a lot of times we will be stuck in our thinking, stuck in our thinking, and we'll be working backwards, y'all, running yourself ragged. There's things and methods and different things that you can do out there that can make your life so much easier. Life coaches can make your life so much easier. They can accelerate the growth, right? As a life coach, that's what I really do, is I accelerate my clients' growth, whether that be teaching them how to manage fear, because you will never be fearless. The gurus who are telling you, girl, I can make you fearless, they are lying to you. You will always have fear, but you don't have to be debilitated by fear. You don't have to be paralyzed by fear. You don't have to be afraid of fear. You can be on a first name basis with fear. Have conversations with fear. Talk yourself out of fear, right? You can do that, but you got to know how. And so in closing, thank you all for being here tonight. I came on tonight, number one, because I wanted to see this StreamYard because it's on and popping. It's on like Donkey Kong now that I can stream. I'm streaming on 5 platforms right now. Then I'm gonna add Instagram. That's gonna be 6. They give you 8. TikTok, don't let them get TikTok. Then I'm ready to pimp out my whole screen, y'all. I'm getting ready to have music on here because I'm growing. I'm excited about growing. I need you to get excited about growing. I need you to feel that it's possible for you to grow in all areas of your life. You do not have to be stuck in your past. You do not have to be stuck in your trauma, your trials, your tribulations. You don't have to be stuck in any of that, but you have to be willing to change. A lot of you aren't willing to change. You're not willing to change. You're not willing to invest in yourself. You're not willing to try something different because you're in the dead zone. You're in the familiar zone. We're no longer calling it the comfort zone because nothing is comfortable about watching your life pass you by. Nothing is comfortable about knowing you've got gifts and talents that you are sitting on. What's comfortable about torturing yourself, about saying, oh my gosh, I could do that. And then some of y'all had a nerve to be talking about people who at least had the guts and the confidence and the courage to step on out there, fall down, make mistakes, and then at least gain the information that they needed to process and tweak the stuff. And after falling down and making mistakes so long, they have figured out what not to do. But you can't do that if you're not doing anything. How are you going to figure out what to do different if you're not doing anything? So I tell people all the time, don't look at everything that you do as an experiment and that you are collecting data. That this is the experiment of your life and you are collecting data. And when you do it like that, when you look at life like that, that is where the transformation comes, because you kick to the curb what doesn't work, you keep what works, you keep working on it, you get some more data. That's not failure, it's data. So when you're stuck in fear, when you're stuck in lack of confidence, when you're not courageous, when you're worrying about what other people think, when you're second guessing yourself, when you self-sabotage yourself, when you're listening to the negative stuff in your mind, when you have all these limiting beliefs, there's no wonder why you feel it's easier to stay in the comfort zone. But it's not, because there's no growth there. And if you're okay not growing and just basically being here on earth, breathing and taking up space and not really being a contributing member of society because you have allowed yourself to talk you out of your destiny and your dreams and your desires, that's a life unfulfilled. And that's why the term crotchety old people comes up, because I am convinced that came from a lot of people who are aging right now, who realize they didn't go for what they know, haven't tapped fully into their gifts and talents, are pissed off because life isn't life in the way they want to, but they're not willing to invest in themselves. They're not willing to do different things. They're not willing to get out of their comfort zone. They're not willing to admit that, you know what, I really didn't do all I could do. I kind of settled in life. And then you mad at life. Like, how does that work? You got to take 100% responsibility for your life. You have to take 100% responsibility for where you are in your life. I had to take 100% responsibility for my life. That's the only way I could reinvent myself. Because as long as you're making excuses, blaming other people, not taking 100% responsibility for your life, nothing is going to change, and you're going to get bitter as you get older instead of bolder as you get older. It's time for you to be bold, sis. It is time for you to be bold, because that's the only way that you're going to have to break through the baggage that has you bound. Is you're going to have to be bold. You're going to have to throw caution to the wind. You're going to have to stop worrying about what other people think. and just go for what you know. So again, I am Linda S. Husser, also known as the Bodacious Lifestyle Coach for Black women over 50. And I'm inviting you to my Ignite Your Life After 50 Masterclass. I did a masterclass. We just ended. And it was the after party for the masterclass. But I decided, you know what? Not everybody knew about the masterclass. Not everybody was able to attend the masterclass. And so I'm opening it up to everybody. And all you got to do is you can see where it says inquire at lindashusser.com. Send me a link. Send me in the subject, just put Zoom link. In the subject, just put Zoom link and I will send you the Zoom link. Now, it says you can't post comments to all some destinations. So I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm going to put send link because I think it might stay up even after this is over. Send me an email. So how was this for you? For those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice, was this informative for you? Was this good for you? Is this some stuff that you can chew on? Is this something that you can chew on? Something did you get something from this at all? Send me an email. Let me know. Amazing. Okay, Facebook user. It's not saying your name because I'm using StreamYard. And StreamYard, you have to click it and ask. It's like a different platform. But I see you, whoever you are, who said amazing, cool. And if you do want to come to the after party that we're having tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bring your cocktail or your mocktail because we're going to have some courageous conversations, right? And yeah, because it's crunch time, y'all. If you really want to change your life, now if you're cool with your life, if your life, you're like, you know what, Linda, no, life ain't all it could be, but you know what, I'm just not willing to do the work. Be okay with that, but stop getting out here and talking all this stuff about what you want to do to the point where people, you know, they like, oh God, here she go talking about this stuff. She know damn well she is not gonna do. Don't be that person, okay? Don't be that person. If you really are ready and willing to do something different, then this is where you need to be tomorrow. If you cool with your life, and that's fine. There's no shade, no shame. Not everybody is willing to do, you know, inquire at lindashusser.com, right? And just ask for Zoom link. Okay, I know this is a lot to put on here, but hey, I haven't quite figured out how to put links in here yet, but I'm gonna do my work, y'all. But I'm just excited that I've been talking about doing this whole StreamYard thing, and I don't know who that went to, but I did send an email to inquire at lindashusser.com, ask for Zoom link. All right, so I don't know who that went to, but oh yes, I do. I can see here it went to my business page and my YouTube channel. So I guess it doesn't do, Facebook doesn't let you do that. You always know what to say to get us fired up. You know what? But here's the thing, y'all. I'm not just trying to get y'all fired up. I want y'all to take action, right? I want you to get fired up and take action. I want you to get fired up and take action because I was fired up. I followed a lot of people for a few years before I really decided to invest in myself, get out of my own way, bet on myself, trust myself, have faith in myself, and believe in myself. It took me a minute before I got to that point. So fired up is good, but focused, fabulous, and fierce is even better, right? Focused, fabulous, and fiercely going after what it is that is your heart's desire is where you really want to be. So take this energy that you have now and really decide what is it that you want, right? Who are you and who do you need to become? Get clear on who you are. You need to know who you are so that you can fill in the gaps in your life. But then you need to know who do you need to become to have all those different things that you said you want. Because if the who you are today was enough, you would have it. So there needs to be a metamorphosis, right? Kind of like that butterfly situation. Kind of like that caterpillar that's got to spin that web, around itself. And y'all, I don't know how long it take the caterpillar to make the cocoon, right? But they're putting forth some energy in order to become a butterfly. That's putting out a lot of energy. Y'all, you got to get your energy up. You got to put some skin in the game. Y'all want all this stuff, no guts, no glory. No guts, no glory. I don't know how long it takes caterpillars to spin that cocoon. Then they got to stay in the cocoon for a while. Then they got to fight their way out of the cocoon. Y'all, it takes work to transform your life. But it is so worth it. Because them caterpillars and them butterflies look completely different, don't they? That is a 360-degree transformation. Like if somebody would have said, girl, that used to be a caterpillar. Like that beautiful butterfly over there was a caterpillar? You don't say. But that's what it takes, y'all. And so, I've been on here an hour. I just been really running my mouth. But sometimes that's just how I feel, y'all. So again, the masterclass goes down tomorrow. I want you to come. I want you to make up your favorite mocktail, cocktail, and come on through because we need these sister circles. We need to stop talking about all that surface stuff and get down to some stuff that is stopping us from crushing life like we want to. We need to have some courageous conversations about what's standing in our way. What's next for us? Are we going to just accept mediocrity? Or are we going to maximize our potential? We've got to have those tough conversations because just thinking about it is not going to get it done. A lot of you have been thinking for a long time, but where has it gotten you? We got to stop thinking and start doing. You must stop thinking and start doing, y'all. You got to stop thinking and you got to start doing. So with that, I'm about to sign off, y'all. This has been absolutely phenomenal. This is good stuff. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you tomorrow. It would be good. So I don't know what I'm going to bring tomorrow, but I'm going to make me a mocktail because I've been detoxing and all that good stuff. So I'm going to get online, right? Get some information and make me a really pretty pure fruit mocktail. So I love y'all. And in closing, you hold the key to your destiny, but you have to use it. You got to put the key in the door to your destiny, right? And some of you have the key and you got real close to the door. Some of you got so close, the key got in the door, but you wouldn't twist it. And some of you have the key to your destiny, put it in the door to destiny, twisted the key, but you didn't take the knob and pull the door toward you. So we're all in different stages of our growth, of our evolution. But I'm saying, you got time. Even if you made all these phenomenal New Year's resolutions or set all these goals and you're like, oh my gosh, the year is almost over. But it's not over. You still have time to create the life that you desire and deserve. And no one can stop you but you. Peace, y'all. I love you. Hope to see you tomorrow. In closing, send your email to inquire@lindashustler.com to receive the link. Now, I'm going to just click on this because I don't know what this does, but this is box here. Let me see what this does. Oh, wow. It made it real big. Okay. So now I know it makes it real big. Now, how do I go back? Oh, exit full screen. Okay, y'all, look at me playing around with this. Y'all can't tell me nothing. But be you, just like my sign says over here, be you. Yesterday, tomorrow, no, now. You see my signs? This is my office, y'all, and this is what I put in my office to remind me, right? Don't put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. Like there's always something to be thankful for. And stay hopeful, y'all. And I'm living the dream. This is all surrounding me. I surround myself with things that are going to just keep me in a state of positivity. Keep me in a state of positivity. But I also am not looking for these signs to do the work. They just complement and keep me in a state of positivity, y'all. But I still know that if I'm to create this life I want to have, I'm gonna have to get up and get the work done. So y'all, I know y'all gonna just stay on here as long as I talk, but guess what? I got schoolwork to do, y'all, because I'm in school too, y'all. I did not graduate from high school. I am 60 years old, but your girl is getting ready to graduate with her AA, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And then I'm going to go on and get my BA, y'all. Because again, see, there's some of y'all who be like, oh, girl, I'm too old to go back to school. Why would you say that? You're not too old to do anything that comes into your mind. If you thought it, then it's possible. If you thought it, then it's possible. Like, what do you mean? So I gotta be up. I'm gonna probably be up to about 2 o'clock because I'm kind of behind in my schoolwork, y'all. But I wanted to come on because the power of the mind is infinite. It really is. So talk to y'all later. Have a good evening. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.